Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Matthew here with Crescent Vale. We're doing a self-graded card review of a 2023-2024 Panini Impeccable, numbered at 49. This is a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander card. This will be the third time we've reviewed it. Previous editions, I think both got a 9.5, and I'm getting better at grading. I'm getting better at finding flaws in cards. So far, I was looking back at previous grades, and I was like, I could be a little more strict here, here, and here. And I've just seen, different grades from different grading companies that, you know, there's a bit of inconsistency. I think it's like when a newer grader is probably there, maybe more older, stricter graders been around for a while. What's interesting is probably what they both get paid. Like, who knows how much more these more experienced graders get paid. Maybe they're getting paid similar to what the newer graders are, and who knows what goes into decision making. But what I'm saying is I'm getting better, and this is, I think, around my 89th card. Really looking forward to 100. Once we get to 100, we'll do a full pop report. I think only 4 or 5 cards have made it to a 10. This card will not make it to a 10. But what I want the audience to know is I'm working on getting better at this. Every video, every article, it's a step forward for me to improve my skills, and I'm trying to get to. It takes almost about an hour to do a full review for an article, a video, a eBay posting, listing. It's about an hour, so I want to get to 10,000 of these, and then I feel like I will have somewhat mastered the review process. But just think like it would take a grader working full time, I think around 4 to 5 years to become a master at it. And how many do you think at the rate of pay that they're getting stick around for 4 or 5 years to really master it? And even once they do master, don't you think they're moving up in the company to try to get other jobs so they don't sit there doing the same thing? It's interesting. The dilemma of sports cards grading. And I do pump this through AI. I use Grok, and AI will hopefully help solve some of the grading issues. And at these grading companies, hopefully they'll be able to implement some more AI tools to get faster turnarounds. I think is the biggest issue I hear people saying. And the increased cost, AI should definitely help with that. I use Grok AI, and it's almost free. I don't know if it costs. I have a paid subscription with X, Twitter, and I don't know if Grok costs. I think it does. I think you do have to have a paid subscription. So I am investing $10, $15 a month in Grok. $100 a year. I think any grading company can invest that and then not really say it's a huge cost. Is it as perfect as I'd like? There's times where it'll agree with me on my grades. I'm like, this is great. Sometimes it'll disagree. I'm like, that's open for interpretation. So this one's currently a blind review. Gone 3 minutes and haven't even gone to the disclaimers yet. Quick disclaimer: the grades that I give are not guaranteed to cross over other grading companies. The grades I give does not guarantee to increase or decrease the monetary value of the card. Essentially, is my best assessment at the condition of the card. Let's get into the grading. Now, let's also get into the back of the card. I think I'm starting to enjoy the back of the card. A little bit of the story behind it. 2023-2024 is Wemby's year, so this card came out in Wemby's year. So the card has a little bit of a value add to it, just by the year of a big name rookie coming out. But now it almost feels like big name rookies come out every year. So, no shade on Wemby. He's fun. He's a good player. I like Wemby. Defenders can't hang with Shai. They try to stick right, but the guard brushes them off with a fast first. Brushes them off. He does push off quite a bit. And I guess you almost have to in the game today. Even Jordan kind of did the brush off. So 30 years ago it was prevalent. I would just kind of almost wish you didn't have to, because it does kind of seem like an offensive foul when you kind of push away from a player. But they're allowing them to do it. Before scoring a scoop or a floater, the Warriors did their best. And the Star broke free for 40 in a row to win. So Shai is up for MVP nominations, getting a lot of the support from the NBA players themselves. So a lot of support coming from there. Is he going to get it? I would say probably. There's a good chance he's going to get the MVP just because the seed's number one, team's number one. They've been number one in the consistency factor. I think some people, if you like are a big Wimby or Joker fan, then you're going to be pushing for them. And by all means, push away, brush off away. So we'll just get into the grade real quick. I have it kind of zoomed in so we could read a little bit of the card. But really what I was looking at was the back corners on this. The front corners are fine. And whenever I do my zoomed in photos, high resolution photos, I do front photos. I don't always do as much on the back, but you can kind of see a bit here on the imperfections that lie in the corner of this card. Yeah, and it's going to be where that's going to play into the overall grade. We will take a look at the centering, edges, corners, surface, and then total. Let's just start off with edges, edges and corners. We'll do both those in one swoop. So that's already taken it down to me to about an 8.5, that corner there. And we'll just kind of summarize each of the corners. Like that could be a 9, maybe between 8.5 and 9. This corner, you can kind of see almost like a lip. So 8 on that one. So we have some 2.85. So this one's kind of more significant wear. Probably 8 on my corner so far on the back. The front is really nice corners. So you got to check front and back. I consider like most cards have 8 corners front and back. There's even like this is a 130-inch point card. So I'm going to say 8.5 because the front of the card has like 9.95s corners. And then the back has around 8 to 8s corners. So I'm going to do 8.5 on the corners overall. And now let's get into edges. And I find these ridges really interesting because almost all of these 130-point cards have a similar ridge effect to them. And I'm just wondering, like, where do I, how much ridge wear like this is being marked up or marked down across other graded cards? It's hard to tell because they're in a, whenever I cross-reference this to other ones, I can't really tell how much, like, this impacts the edge score. We're looking at edges right now. But yeah, over time I will get better at that. So top edge is fine, not seeing too much issues there. Pretty good on the sides there. So like right now it's in between a 9.5 and a 9 for the back edges. Maybe 9 because I see a little bit of wear at the top there. Maybe 9. I see like just a small amount of imperfection there. So I'll go with 9 on the edges. We have an 8.5 and a 9 so far. And one of the reasons why I buy Impeccable over Immaculate cards is the surface. Immaculate is just super easy to scratch and ding whenever it's being, most likely, the movement of the card during manufacturing, because I don't think a lot of buyers ding it up like that. I think it happens during manufacturing is the scratches on the surface to Immaculates compared to Impeccable. So the surface, I'm not seeing anything. It's really nice. Maybe I kind of see a scratch in between the RPG and APG there. So I'll take it down to a 9. It's a minor scratch. Probably going to result in an overall 9 on this. I think that is fair, but we are currently on surface 9 on centering. So yeah, let's take a look at the centering. There is some discrepancies. You can kind of tell there's a little bit more, what's the word? A little bit more space between the border and the edge on the left side compared to the right side. So that's a little over 3. That's close to 3. That's really what we'd like to see is a 3. So yeah, you can kind of tell that has 2.5. Or is that 3? Let's see. 1, 2. Yeah, a little over 2, right? In between 2 and 3. 2, yeah. Actually, it's not even 2.5. It's really 2.25. So discrepancies there from left to right. 5. Top to bottom's great. No discrepancies there. So it could be a 9.5. It could be a 9 for our centering. Three there. Three there. So yeah, really nice centering. 9.5 for centering. Surface, what we give it a 9 because it had that scratch on the back. So we have a 9.5, so it's a 9. And you know what? That's fair. So this is a 9. We have 2 other grades, and I believe they came out at 9.5. You can kind of see this is in a slab right now. Kind of see a bit of the corners. See a little bit better condition on these corners. I think this one right here is the only one I had slight wear on. But you can kind of just see the corners overall in better condition. So that's why it scored a little higher on that. Nice shoes. Anyhow, thank you for watching. Continue to watch. This ended up with a 9 today. We will continue to grade cards. We'll continue to give our best analysis possible. Please continue to watch and have a great day.